Hi, my name is Avian Tech, and this is the NERF Rival Fate. Long story short, it's called Fate, and it's great. Long story long, the Fate is a single-shot, breech-loading blaster, a companion piece to the Vision, which I already covered, and the Pathfinder, which I sure would like to cover. To load it, you just pull back on this T-style prime handle, which pops open the breech. Insert a single round, close the breech, and then fire. Ow! The easiest thing to compare the Fate to is its predecessor, the Knockout, which had a similar but somewhat different operation to it. With the Knockout, you had to pull down on the priming handle and then push it back up and then toggle a switch to open the breech, load around, close it, so the Fate definitely cuts down on a few of those steps. Another very welcoming difference between the Fate and the Knockout is the plunger tube placement. Since the Knockout's plunger tube was in the grip, it felt kind of, I don't know, bloated or thick? It felt kind of weird is what I'm trying to say. The Fate's plunger tube, however, is right up here, which frees up the grip to be a grip, and it's a very comfortable one. It was definitely the first thing that I noticed as soon as I held it in my own hands. It feels good to hold, is what I'm trying to say. Much like the other blasters of this line, the Fate shares the same translucent green front sight, electric blue color scheme, sci-fi aesthetic, and comes with an adjustable sight, although it's not as adjustable as the Vision. This one, it only moves back and forth. It also comes with 3 of these Accu-Rounds, which are apparently more accurate than the standard rival rounds. I already briefly touched on them in my Vision video, so I'm not going to go over them again. Also, I've lost a bunch of these already. Anyway, let's see it in action and what's inside. Okay, let's fire 10 of these little blue guys. This is gonna take a while. Let's see, we got a minimum of 89.7 and a max of 103.4, which averages out to about 97.2 feet per second, which is a lot higher than I expected. Cool. So there's the inside of the Fate. It was pretty easy to get open. It looks like the trigger uses a plastic leaf spring, although to be honest, I wasn't expecting anything, better than that. This is the budget offering, and the Knockout I think uses something similar. So as you can see, the barrel is attached to this tension spring hooked to this post. The idea here is when you pull back on the plunger, this piece gets triggered, it'll move up, and then it'll unhook this, which will send the barrel moving forward. Now, the first time I did this, when I opened it, I wasn't really paying attention, and all the parts just kind of exploded in my face and went flying everywhere. Actually, I lost the catch spring to this. I still don't know where it is, but luckily I have a replacement, because I just have this big old box of springs that I got from Home Depot. By the way, pick up a big old box of springs from Home Depot. These things come in handy more often than they don't. Now that I'm taking a closer look at it, I'm wondering if there's a way to convert this for short darts. I don't know. I'll have to take some time on my own to suss that out. But anyway, this, I mean, it's solid. It's cool. It's cool and good, and I like it. It's nice. That was a pretty interesting chrono reading. All of the shots were in the high 90s, except for that one that was like, what, 89.8? But it definitely, it surprised me and exceeded my expectations. What it lacks in rate of fire, it definitely makes up for in power. So what are the pros of this blaster? I very much prefer this over the Knockout. I love the T-pull style priming handle. I really like the grip and, you know, the general look and feel of the Fate. This definitely reminds me of like a Maliwan pistol from Borderlands. There is a slight con, and it's that you have to prime the blaster if you want access to the breech. It's the only way to get to it, although that does streamline the process a bit. You have to be deliberate, however. It's possible to just prime the blaster without opening the breech. There's a bit of extra travel between the prime and the trigger that opens the breech, so you just have to make sure you're pulling correctly. You gotta pull that extra bit of distance more. Who's this blaster for? Honestly, anybody. It's got an easy prime, it's got simple operation, and it's flippin' cool. Oh, and also, you can totally brass this for half darts. Son of a... Oh, God, that hurts! Anyway, that's it for me. See you next time or something. Oh, that hurts so much.